highlight the new era of collaboration. A lot of new companies, as well as companies that have been there for a long time, are now going into innovation sprints, design sprints to see what can we do different. So when I'm thinking about collaboration, I'm thinking more of, I guess, industry sectors where IG could have collaborated. So one of my questions here would be, are there any industry sectors that you've considered, well, redesigning your approach to? Have you started looking at startup collaborations like cloud kitchens, any kind of corporate tie-ups, or have you looked into the travel and tourism sector for further collaborations? Like you just mentioned, you were speaking to your current partners to see how you would rehouse certain Malaysians that are trapped across the border. Are there other things out there that you've done differently?
Sure. Yeah, I think one key word, as you mentioned, that has come up again and again as we think about the response to this pandemic, has been the word collaboration and has been the word partnership, right? And partnerships to us are gold because not only, and I guess this goes back to sort of our motto where we want to work with communities. So don't fight the tide, but work with the tide, right? And there are many people sort of trying to solve problems together. And actually, if you just talk a little bit, you might be able to find a win-win solution with each other's databases, each other's kind of expertise. Yeah, so a couple instances, right? I think one has been sort of looking at hotel distribution and how do we sell our hotel products, which by the way is no longer international, it's now within the domestic community. And it's moving away from your typical sort of international travel to domestic experience-led instances where the local community wants to come to a hotel for that experience. So what we did was we started working with people who play in the local market. So like in Malaysia, we work with AirAsia. And as you know, AirAsia themselves is trying to redefine themselves from an airline company to a lifestyle and travel company. And in Malaysia, they are acting as a distribution platform, especially for, I think, some of the government sort of subsidization going on to spur the tourism economy. Or in Indonesia, we've been tying up with Traveloka, which is the largest domestic OTA in Indonesia. And we, I think, were one of the first hotel companies to do that. Or some of my friends are the co-founders of Klook. And so we worked with them as an Asia-based travel and experiences provider to find ways to package our hotels into these experiences. So again, moving away from a hotel as a place of stay to hotel as an experience and hotel as a daily activity. On the restaurant space, interestingly, how we flex, to meet the needs of our customers. I think when it came to, let's say, Chinese New Year this past year, right? There were quite a lot of restrictions on dining in many countries. And so in a place like Singapore, for example, our Man Fu Yuan restaurant, I mean, we focused on Yu Sheng, right? Which is the Yu Sang, lo hei thing. And what a lot of people would not be able to achieve in a hotel due to a lot of restrictions from the government here in Singapore, they could more easily do at home. So we focused on home catering and effectively being a delivery service or anything like that to cater to what was changing in the times. And I think we did quite record sales and to help people again create that experience with their family and friends at home. So the hotel is no longer just the place for someone to stay in, but a hotel is also a provider of these experiences that can be taken out. And then I think in terms of partnerships with, a variety of lifestyle partners, I mean, in Dubai, in Intercontinental Festival City, we worked with Toys R Us, right? And so it's all about kids. We're moving these traditional business hotels into leisure-oriented or staycation-oriented packages where families are looking for that experience that they're not getting at home. So what we did was we tied up with Toys R Us to create these sweet playcation packages. The rooms were filled with things like toys, essentials, educational products. Our staff got involved in interactive events like baking classes, right? So how do you reinvent the hotel space for the occasion? And I think that's where these partnerships have really helped us.